Good morning. Sam Bankman-Fried continues to put more pain, more pressure on, as well as Bitcoin, crypto markets in general. There is $7 billion that we need to talk about today from FTX, SBF. Jumping into the numbers real quick, 5:55 a.m., block height 807,224, September 12th, local time. Check out the price of Bitcoin today. I did hit buy this morning, which was absolutely fantastic to see. It is by BTFD. You can work that one out. 25,023, nearly back up to 4,000 sats per dollar. Good to see that again. I understand it's a red day. We can see we dropped down in the last 24 hours. We'll get into the SBF in a second. Last 24 hours, we had a low of 25,023. People are saying it did drop below 25,000. They're saying 25,963, I believe. High 900s, but I can't see it on the chart. Whether it happened on some exchanges, very likely with that, but consolidated 25,023. Short term, depends. I'm excited, but not looking good for people that want the price to go up. We can see there is red all over the market here, and maybe Sam Bankman-Fried with FTX. It's not really Sam Bankman-Fried. The dude's in jail, where he belongs, to be honest. He is trying to get out. We are going to talk about that as well, because if he can get out with this caveat, then anybody can get out. So FTX, they hold 1.6 billion in Solana, 200 million in Bahamas real estate courts filing says. I first saw this photo and then I saw the three like P&O or whatever they are, and I just thought money laundering straight away. But a lot of wealth there, regardless of how they obtained it. Anyway, the state of FTX, bankrupt FTX, has marshaled around 7 billion in assets, include 1.6 billion Solana tokens, 560 million in Bitcoin, according to a Monday court filing. So with the 1.16 billion in Solana, we're going to get into it. They're going to start selling it off into the market. That's going to have a bigger price impact, more than 2 times the 560 million in Bitcoin. Because the Solana market cap's not as big, if they start selling those off, Solana is going to crash a whole lot more, and we are starting to see that today as well. I can bring up just the market cap for you, and Solana we can see down 4.1% compared to 3.2%. Even Ethereum's down quite a whole lot more, 4.6% there as well. Now, a couple of things here. The company has secured 1.5 billion cash in addition to the 1.1 billion it held on November 11. Also holds 3.4 billion in crypto, valued August 31, the document said. In addition, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of 1,300 lesser known and potentially less liquid tokens such as MAPS and Serum. So the crypto market is going to collapse in the short term, more than likely. We'll get into the good side of it very shortly. The presentation also details 2.2 billion in cash, crypto equity, and real estate received by Bankman-Fried and other execs, including Gary Wang and Carolyn Allison in the months leading up to the bankruptcy. So a couple of things here. Filing also reports 38 condos, penthouses, and other properties in the Bahamas with an estimated value of around 200 mil. Company's new management has attempted to reclaim funds made as donations to politicians and charitable organizations such as the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. Taking money off politicians, that'll be interesting to see how that one goes down. Probably not going to be a very favored person any longer, not that he is now. FTX has asked a New York judge for permission to start selling off its crypto holdings so that it can return funds to creditors in cash. So FTX looking to recover millions paid to athletes and sports clubs. All I'm going to read here is this. Advisors working for FTX have analyzed if some payments made by the failed crypto exchange to sports stars and organizations can be returned. I did message Kevin O'Leary yesterday on Twitter and asked if he was going to return his payment. Still waiting for a reply. We'll see. We won't get one back, but we can live in hope. The money went to celebrity athletes, including basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal and sports teams like that. NBA's Miami Heat and Formula One's Mercedes under sponsorship and advertising deals. Okay, so that's what's going on with the money there. They are going to start selling, and it's going to lead to further price declines, as September's already a bad month in general for Bitcoin and for crypto. It's going to get a whole lot worse. Remember, long term, when in doubt, zoom out. BlackRock is entering the game. For me, it's buy the fantastic dip. You can replace that with whatever you like, but it's a great chance to be able to stack up on more. I live for these days. 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, 5 years down the track, you're going to be like, if only. If only I'd $5, I'd $10, $100, $1,000, whatever it is. I'll leave that one with you. Anyway, crypto tycoon Bankman-Fried seeks release from jail over trial prep and laptop complaints. Fairly interesting. I guess it's a little bit more entertainment this afternoon. What's this morning for me? Attorneys for fallen cryptocurrency tycoon SBF are requesting his temporary release, arguing limited access to trial evidence and computers is impeding his ability to prepare his defense. It's an interesting one how I feel about this. So lawyers claimed the FTX founder is unable to adequately review discovery materials on the provided laptop and internet connection at the Metropolitan Detention Center. Mr. Bankman-Fried was only able to load one document from the database to review, the letter states. The attorney further wrote, effectively, Mr. Bankman-Fried had no access to the internet for the entire 5-hour period. I don't believe that would be true. Bankman-Fried was arrested in December, charged with orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar fraud at FTX, commingling customer assets. He's pled not guilty. Now, prosecutors have opposed any release for Bankman-Fried before his October trial. The government believes Bankman-Fried can access discovery for up to 11 hours on weekdays and has unlimited access to hard drives of evidence. The attorneys argue that his constitutional Sixth Amendment rights are currently being infringed upon. Imagine anyone going to jail. Yeah, sorry, I don't have a good enough internet. I need to be released out there so that I can prepare to fight against you guys. It just doesn't seem like a valid argument. They surely, with all the money they're paying, I guess they're just clutching at straws here. They know he is where he belongs at the moment. Until a fair trial. I guess innocent until proven guilty. That's probably not very fair of me, but I think what he's done, the devastation that he's caused for everyone out there, just the general public, just trying to get ahead for retail investment. It's crazy. So a good reminder, get your keys, get your coins off the exchange, and maybe don't stuff around so much with the shit out there. Have fun with it. Why not? But if you hold self-custody Bitcoin, I think long-term you'll be better off. So the tussle over Bankman-Fried's pre-trial access to evidence comes amid heightened attention to the conditions and rights of detainees preparing complex white-collar criminal cases. Too bad, so sad. Legal experts say judges tend to be cautious in granting temporary release, but complaints of inadequate access raise constitutional issues courts often take seriously. We'll see what happens there. This here may symbolize that the bottom is close to being in. At the moment, it doesn't look like it is 100% in, judging by the amount of blood on the streets that we are seeing today. We may see further pain ahead, but we'll get into this. And good morning, Ali. Bitcoin UTXOs echoing March 2020 Black Swan crash. New research. Bitcoin price performance may be weathering a storm not seen since COVID-19 sparked a 60% drawdown 3.5 years ago. Imagine that if we get 60% down and take us down to about, I don't know, $13,500. I don't see that happening at all. Just because if we get down to 20,000 with Bitcoin, people are going to really lock in. I just think long term, the sentiment is a little bit too bullish. On-chain analytics platform CryptoQuant revealed a major spike in loss-making unspent transaction outputs. These are the UTXOs. UTXOs represent Bitcoin left over after an on-chain transaction is executed. CryptoQuant's UTXOs and loss metric tracks when large numbers of when these UTXOs are worth more than when they were when the Bitcoin was originally bought. So basically selling the Bitcoin at a loss. Currently, more of these are in loss compared to their original acquisition price than at any other time since March 2020. So keep this in mind. At the time, Bitcoin USD dropped 60% to its lowest level since March 2019, lows which were never seen again. Given that the current level of the UTXO's in-loss indicator mirrors that of the Black Swan event between March and April 2020, due to COVID, those anticipating another Black Swan event might want to consider whether we are already in the midst of the event they are waiting for. My plan going forward, and you need to do you. Australia, find out I don't need to say this is not financial advice, but this video is not. It's your money, it's your choice. Do whatever it is. I urge you to study Bitcoin. For me, I just buy in the red days. I make it very super simple, very easy. But any day at the moment where we are is very good. G'day, Ali. Have an awesome night. I DCA $500 today, but I'm $600 wiped out in value and they still dumping, but I'm not phased. Good evening from here. I agree, 20K. So many whales will buy. Brendan, my plan, just keep buying from the dips. 100%. It's such a great time in the market. We've got the halving coming up. It's not just BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard, VanEck getting into it. What an exciting time to be here within Bitcoin. The rest of it, in my opinion, is all noise. If you want to go down those rabbit holes with crypto, the market's going to absolutely dump more and more. So if you want to play that game, there's an opportunity there as well. If you know what you're doing, most people are going to get wrecked, but go for it. Why not? If that's what floats your boat. Exactly, Brendan. I did that today as well, just DCA. DCA is the way. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the news with the fast facts. Hit me up on Twitter at SeanClark911. The video tomorrow, the interview with Andy from the Bitcoin Advisor, we dive into how the government is, especially here in Australia, is trying to take hold of your super. Super here is like the pension plan or your 401k over in the States or the pension plan over in the UK. It's crazy. The UK pension plan last year, and you'll hear this in the video tomorrow, it's like $7 trillion or something like that, or $3.6 trillion was like hours away from total collapse, which is insane. The Australian government here is trying to use the superannuation and retirement money to be able to use it for defense spending. And people are forced into these programs. Anyway, we dive deep into that rabbit hole. So look forward to that video coming up there. Ali, Brendan, have a very beautiful day. Everyone tuning in, say hi. I'll say hi back in the comments. Be blessed. Peace.